I'm John Kovach. I've been a newsman, a sports announcer, and a football coach, but the one constant, since I was old enough to stand next to a stream with my dad, has been fishing. I've waded rapids, stood on slick rocks, hacked through ice, and been tossed about the deck of a boat. And I want you to love fishing as much as I do, and join me on this journey. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop. Good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop here on the HAN Network. April 27th, where is April gone? It's spring. It's prime fishing time starting up. And we're going to introduce you to a new place that I know I was aware it was there. I didn't know what the fishing was like on it. And actually, the South Central Connecticut Regional Water Authority reached out to us about doing a story about it, and I was fortunate enough to get to go meet Jeff Yale, one of their program specialists down there, and talk about Lake Saltonstall, which you've all probably driven past just east of New Haven. And what I found there was just a beautiful fishery that's kind of an escape from everywhere, but right in the middle of southern Connecticut. Let's go out to Lake Saltonstall now. Kovach, Yankee Fisherman. We are on a beautiful spring morning at Lake Saltonstall at the recreation area that I know I wasn't aware of. I think a lot of people aren't. We're with Jeff Yale. He is the program specialist for the Regional Water Authority. Jeff, you've got this gem of a lake here, completely surrounded by woods. Nobody knows about it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a secret here, but we're trying to let more people know about it. To come down here, you need to have a permit from the South Central Connecticut Regional Water Authority. It's a recreation pass that allows you to be on our property, so you need that in addition to a Connecticut fishing license if you want to fish here. Those can be ordered online or stopping in at the lake when we're staffing it. We staff the lake Tuesdays and Fridays from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Is fishing only allowed when it is staffed, or you could fish anytime as long as you have that pass?
As long as you have the annual pass, you get the combination to the lock on our front gate, and you could be in here sun up till sundown, and you could fish from shore or from our fishing dock. The boats are only rented on the days that we staff the lake, and we don't allow any personal boats in the lake. That's part of our rules. We're trying to keep out exotic species such as the zebra mussels.
And I see you've got a very aggressive program here. If you do use a motor, you have to bleach it, and you're limiting that to a small trolling motor?
Yes, we only allow electric motors on the lake. We do have a 4-stroke gas engine on our patrol boat that we use to check on people, and for safety reasons we need the extra power to be able to tow people in if their batteries fail or if a storm picks up and it gets too crazy out here.
How long have you been fishing Lake Saltonstall?
I started fishing it when I was hired about 15 years ago. I hadn't fished it previously, but now I fish it occasionally throughout the year when I have a chance to be down here.
What are we going to find out here? I would think it's a bass lake.
Lake Saltonstall is considered a trophy bass lake by the state, so we do have special limits. You could keep one bass over 18 inches in here. The state also stocks trout in here every year. People do pull out some big holdovers because the lake is very deep. The Regional Water Authority also stocks over 3,000 walleye fingerlings in the lake in the fall. So those have grown over the years, and you see some impressive 6 to 8 pound walleye coming out occasionally too.
What are some of the tactics for bass here? What are they hitting on? Obviously, there are restrictions on use of any kind of live bait.
Yes. Generally, we don't allow any sort of bait fish to be used as bait. It doesn't matter if it's alive, salted, frozen, dead, caught here, wherever. No bait fish of any kind. People will use other types of live bait, such as night crawlers or mealworms or anything like that. But most of the guys out here are throwing spinner baits, crank baits, rapalas, floating diving, depending on the season and what the fish are biting on. It's a lot of artificial lures, rubber worms, that sort of thing.
How about for walleye?
The walleye, they're getting them from when I've caught them trolling just outside the weed line with some diving rapalas tend to work well. Other people will drift a large night crawler across the bottom. Those are some of the methods that I've heard about catching fish.
And the trout, obviously, a rapala will get it done.
Yep. That, some people be out here, drop some power bait just like you'd normally do fishing anywhere else. They catch them off the dock. A lot of the big trout have been caught by bass and walleye fishermen who were not specifically targeting the trout, but wind up catching a big trout in the process.
How busy does it get here on a busy? Let's take opening day.
Opening day, we will rent out all the boats. We have 24 boats that are available for rent. Those all got rented out, and it's first come, first serve. We're limited by the amount of trolling motors and batteries that we have for the boats. We only have a dozen trolling motors to go out. So some people who do bring their own gear, they're able to just get a boat and go out. As the weather warms up throughout the year, it does slow down a bit in the summer months because sitting in an aluminum boat out on the lake you're getting a good suntan out there.
I would imagine. Now, what about guests? Say I have a pass, I bring somebody. We both have to have that Regional Water Authority pass?
The annual pass, if you do have an annual, we sell different levels of passes. So if you were to buy an individual permit, you'd get one in your name and one that says guest. So you could bring an adult guest. Kids are free as long as they're accompanied by an adult permit holder. We also sell what we call a family pass, where you'd get 2 passes for named adults and then 2 passes that say guest. So you could bring up to 4 adults on the family pass.
What other recreation is offered? I mean, this is a fairly large property here surrounding Lake Saltonstall.
At Lake Saltonstall, we allow hiking around the lake. It's over 7 miles of hiking trails to go on the lake. We also allow mountain biking on the trails here. If you do get an annual pass from the Regional Water Authority, that also gets you access to 8 additional properties besides Lake Saltonstall that all have hiking, some have mountain biking, and 2 other properties actually have lake fishing.
Which 2 are those?
The Maltby Lakes and Lake Chamberlain.
So if you get the Regional Water Authority annual pass that you need here for Lake Saltonstall, that gets you those lakes as well.
Yep, we have the combination on all of those. Any of our 9 recreation properties you get access to sun up till sundown. Lake Saltonstall is the only lake that we staff and have boat rentals on. The rest of the properties are either hiking or fishing by shore.
How is the shore access here?
The shore access is somewhat limited along the shoreline, but we do have a floating fishing pier that goes out, and it gets you past the weeds when they start to grow up later on in the year.
And that pier right here?
Yes.
And where can somebody reach out if they have any questions about trying to fish the lake?
They could go right to the Maine Water Company's website. It's www.rwater.com, and there's a link up at the top to recreation. You could pull that up, or you could also look us up on Facebook. We do have a Regional Water Authority Recreation Facebook page.
Good stuff. Jeff, let's head out and see what we can catch.
All right.
Be back with more Yankee Fisherman presented by the Dock Shop right after this. On Kovach, Yankee Fisherman, we are on a beautiful spring morning at Lake Saltonstall.
Get your gear in order. We're now offering bait in both Darien and our Westport location. The Dock Shop can service and repair your rods and reels, spool up new line, and fill any empty space you might have in your tackle box. Whether you're a fisherman, boater, or beach bum, the Dock Shop is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
When it comes to considering the outside of your home, just imagine the possibilities. Whether your dream is a stunning free-form pool or a tranquil, secluded garden, the team of professionals at Stonebridge Associates will make it a reality. We offer unparalleled landscape design and construction, masonry development, pools, spas, and water features, as well as landscape and garden maintenance. No other firm can offer the same level of creativity, quality, and personal attention. Discover the possibilities at stonebridgeassociates.net or call 203-544-8376 today.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
At Portofino Restaurant and Wine Bar in Bethel, fresh and simple food is our concept. Owned and operated by brothers Rocco and Louie, Portofino has a distinct and diverse food and drink menu. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come join us for live local music on Tuesdays and Sundays, Wednesday nights for mouthwatering prime rib, and every Thursday night is ladies' night. Planning a party? All our catering menus are personalized to suit your event and your budget. Join us at the Dolan Plaza, 213 Greenwood Ave, Bethel, and call us at 203-797-8131. Like us on Facebook.
I'm Tracy Masella, a licensed clinical social worker at Silver Hill Hospital in New Canaan. Join me each month as we talk with experts on the front lines of the treatment of mental health and addiction. Straight Talk with Tracy, a Silver Hill Hospital production, airs at 12 p.m. on the second Thursday of each month here on the HAN network.
So all of the
Welcome back to
21
Yankee
boats are the
Fisherman,
same?
presented by the Dock Shop.
All
Let's
like
head
this?
out on the water with Jeff Yale.
Footers and we have 12 footers.
Okay.
This is one of the bigger ones. You could take about 3 average-sized adults in the bigger ones. 2 is a little better in the smaller ones.
Yeah.
The guys who go out by themselves. But we just have to keep within the weight limits and watch everything, whatever's going on.
What are the weight limits on these?
Basically, it's the 2 adults.
Yeah.
Just we don't overpower it, and then plus the motor can't move. If you get too much weight in here, you're going to be sluggish. We get 45-pound thrust trolling motors, so they're decent. But if the wind picks up in a V-bottom boat here, you're not cruising along too quickly.
Now we're right now at 100% capacity after the recent rains?
Yes, at Lake Saltonstall, yep. Most of our reservoirs are up there within 90% capacity.
But that will fluctuate?
Yes, as depending on the weather, if we get another dry summer, and depends on the water usage too.
If you're on here during a draw, is there anything you need to know, or you're just going to notice?
You'll just notice as the summer goes on, if we do get a drought, boat rentals will be a little tougher because the water line will recede and we don't have much dock to get the boats out on.
But that's really it that you need to know on boats. That you're not coming in here with a big motor. You're not coming in here with your bass boat or your patio boat.
Exactly.
You're coming out in one of these aluminum.
Yep, and we'll be here. The guys are here ready to go at 6 in the morning when the fishermen show up.
Very cool.
The balloons, the ospreys, the bald eagles come over. Opening day, we saw the mature bald eagle flying around over.
Right there.
The loon or a cormorant?
That might be a cormorant.
Yeah, looks like a cormorant.
How many of those do you have? They've got to love it.
Opening day, they're just sitting waiting.
Oh, I'm sure they're as bad as the guys that follow the stocking trucks around.
Yeah.
Now, how deep does this get?
There's a channel that runs down the center that's about 100 feet. And it drops off, like the far side by the mountain, it drops off pretty quickly there, so it's pretty steep. On this side, it's more shallow, but the lake generally, when it's full, is over 100 feet in the center.
And what are you looking for out there? Is there structure under here? Drop-offs? What do you, if you know, don't give too much away, but what are you kind of looking for here?
Usually, when I fished it, I fished just outside the weed line. You can tell where it drops off. In the summer, the weeds will grow up, and a lot of the walleye and some of the larger fish will hide inside the weeds and then dart out at that break off if they see bait coming by. So guys trolling will go right along there.
Yeah, what I was eyeballing, because I'm primarily a shore fisherman, were the reeds along the sides here. And I'm sure there's some that settle underneath the dock.
Oh yeah. Guys have done really well. One year, it was almost the last day before we pulled in the docks for the year. About an 8-pound walleye was caught right off the end of the dock. So you don't always need a boat to be out here.
And what are the keep regulations?
The bass are 1 over 18 inches, and the walleye are 2 over 18 inches. Trout, you can keep your 5 any size, and panfish any.
So trout follows the DEEP.
Yep.
And what do you have here? Brown, rainbow, whatever?
Yeah, whatever the state.
Whatever they
for
put
the
in.
year. But there have been, we've seen big rainbows and browns come out. So.
I'm sure there's some holdover in here. You don't realize how close you are to I-95 and everything here.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
You're not far from New Haven, and you're out here, and it's like the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of grass in here?
Yeah, you get a lot of the vegetation growing.
No pike in here?
Nope. Not that we're aware.
By design? Asked about bringing a kayak out here?
All the time.
No?
Not allowed. No personal boats. A lot of our rules are dictated by the Department of Public Health.
Ah.
So we have to abide by what they say in our program.
But I've decided no sense both of us using a spinner unsuccessfully.
Yeah.
What's the biggest you've caught out of here?
Probably some of the walleye I caught. Probably a 3 to 4 pound walleye.
Good sized walleye. Ice fishing on this or no?
No. Once there's ice on our water, no one's allowed on the ice. We have a lot of specific rules just to try and keep everything safe.
Right.
We get a lot of requests for ice fishing or night fishing, everything like that.
Closes at sundown?
The main concern is water quality. This is a drinking water reservoir, so different than a lot of areas that are kept over for fishing. We're not managing for a fishing area, we're managing for water quality, recreation as a secondary option.
Does it raise awareness of the watershed to people and the importance of protecting it?
It does. We do even have an outreach department that teaches in the schools, trying to get the kids to know about water quality in the watershed, and we try and educate the fishermen. Keep everything clean and organized.
You see that over there on the log?
Yeah.
What is that? I'm not either.
Eagle?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It looks like the
I think it's an eagle. It is.
mature ball eagle.
I think it is. That's why I'm asking you. course, I've got the big zoom lens back at the car, 'cause I don't want to drown it. I don't know if I'm hooked on the boat. No, I think I broke the lure off. I'm not sure if I was hooked on a fish, the bottom, or the motor. The edge of these have to be fairly busy. Got to figure that eagle was here for a reason. So we'll do what everybody else does and go where we think a guy was catching fish. There he is. No, come off. Something was there. There he goes. Oh, you're right, there was one in there. If I saw any surface action, I'd put a frog or a popper on. But there's nothing going on up top. Yeah.
June we do a combination bass walleye tournament.
So is combined weight?
Yep, our largest fish for each species. So for the combo one. It's a $25 entry fee. All the money that comes in gets divided up and given out to the winner.
That's cool. So it's definitely worth it to pursue the annual.
Yeah.
If you want to use this, and it's a beautiful resource.
Try and do a family day to get everybody out here. Even if you don't have a permit, come check out the area. We open it up to the public so people can check it out. Even if someone didn't want an annual permit, they could buy a daily permit for just $5 per adult on the days that we're renting boats at Salt and Slough.
So Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you could buy a daily.
Correct. But when the boating is done and the staff is leaving, the daily permit holders need to be out of the gate. Just otherwise they'll get locked in.
That's bad. It's awful to never know what broke you off. All right, was I snagged on the bottom? Was I snagged on the boat? Was I snagged on the motor? Or
I'm saying it was a giant wall.
$360 fishable acres. That's, and without power boats, that's a lot of space to work in. And nobody's gonna, if they see you catch it, come flying across the lake.
Not usually.
So it's a very attractive fishery for that reason too. Right, now that's a difference with DEEP. It's mandatory that the life jacket stays on all day long.
Correct. No alcohol or anything like that is permitted on our property.
No camping. You can bring a sandwich or a lunch or something.
Correct, yep.
Any guys bring fly rods out here?
We have seen a few. A little more difficult
Yeah.
here just because we don't really want people standing in these boats. So sitting down and fly casting takes a bit of skill. But we have seen guys troll with a sinking line.
Yeah.
One of them, so you got a few nice.
There he is. There we go. Little. They are just loving it, the turtles. It's exactly the spot I was thinking of when I had that sunfish deep dive and went on that I lost. At least we each got one.
New fishing season is fast approaching, so it's time to head over to the dock shop and get your gear in order. We're now offering bait in both Darien and our Westport location. The dock shop can service and repair your rods and reels, spool up new line, and fill any empty space you might have in your tackle box. Whether you're a fisherman, boater, or beach bum, the dock shop is a unique place to shop. The dock shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
At Worcester School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Worcester offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Worcester, experience the difference.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
It's the InSports Athletic Functional Movement Assessment Program.
A program that uses a camera, the same camera that you use with an Xbox video game.
What it involves is 3 phases. One is the initial test, which will give you a very objective and lengthy assessment of how you are moving and where there may be imbalances.
Once test gets the results from the assessment, we'll develop a customized program for the individual.
The objective really to try to get as many young athletes through this program as possible.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
At Wild Birds Unlimited of Brookfield, get expert advice from our certified bird feeding specialists. We offer always fresh, clean seed that will be sure to attract birds to your home feeder. Experience our excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 317 Federal Road, Brookfield.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
Welcome back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop this Thursday, April 27th. Thanks again to Jeff Yale and the folks at the South Central Connecticut Regional Water Authority. Just a great time out there. I can't wait to get back out on Lake Saltonstall and fish. Definitely going to be pursuing a season pass and just checking out all that those facilities have to offer. Fishing made the news the other night. They had a big arrest by DEEP's Conn police on Sunday night. Officers assigned to the Western Marine Sector were on an evening fisheries patrol along the Housatonic in Stratford and Milford, and they encountered 5 people fishing and found 42 undersized stripers. The total estimated weight was 90 pounds, so that's a lot of illegal fish killed unnecessarily. The 5 fishermen who were not identified by Conn were cited for violations including possession of striped bass less than the legal minimum length, possession of striped bass over the daily creel limit, fishing without a license. So good job there by the guys from Conn. They are out patrolling, but they need help in enforcing the fishing and hunting laws. There's a toll-free number. There's 860-424-3333, or the toll number is 800-842-4537. That's the 24-hour dispatch. Now, they do a lot on social media, but they issued a reminder. They're not monitoring that 24/7. So if you post on Facebook or Twitter, hey, there's 5 poachers on the Housatonic between Stratford and Milford, they might not get that for a day or two. So call one of those numbers. We'll be posting them at the Yankee Fisherman Facebook page and on the HAN Network site. Saturday, the Nutmeg and Mianus chapters of Trout Unlimited will join forces. They'll be planting on Congress Street in Fairfield, right near the Easton line, from 9 to noon on Saturday. It's part of an ongoing rehabilitation of that area of the Mill River, right by the Merritt Parkway. Mianus also has some Trout in the Classroom releases coming up in the next week or so, and Trout Unlimited will be holding its Northeast Regional in New Jersey, May 5th through 7th. I will be there. We'll have some coverage of that on upcoming Yankee Fisherman. Big news about some Long Island Sound watchdogs. Soundkeeper and the Connecticut Fund for the Environment have joined forces. Connecticut Fund for the Environment operates the bi-state program Save the Sound. They're going to have a full-time soundkeeper advocate under those auspices. That'll be dedicated to protecting and restoring the Long Island Sound. It's a relaunch, kind of, the watchdog that was Soundkeeper, that was founded by the late Terry Backer, who did so much for the water, for the fishermen, commercial and recreational, and who we can thank, I think, for still having the Long Island Sound as a viable fishery. And think of Terry every time you are out there, because a lot of it was him doing. A new organization called East Norwalk Blue, they're going to take over Soundkeeper's summer sewage pump out that they did, part of their efforts to keep the Sound clean and safe. And you can read a lot more on our HAN Network websites. The monthly meeting of the Housatonic Fly Fishermen's Association is on Thursday, May 4th at 7 at St. Paul's Episcopal, 65 North Main in Wallingford. And the 14th Annual Monroe Children's Fishing Derby will be held Saturday, May 20th at Great Hollow Lake. That's 6 to 9 a.m. Check out monroecourier.com for more information on that. That's going to do it for this episode of Yankee Fisherman. We'll be back next week with another episode. Thanks for tuning in. Get out fishing this weekend. Tight lines.